So this novel is set in Manhattan, in New York. Gavin, who works for artificial intelligence, and he's making mask bots for artificial intelligence. And during his research, he kind of begins to discover his own history. And at this point in the novel, we're back with his great grandfather, Callum, in the Scottish Gaeltacht in the Scottish Highlands, somewhere around the 1850s. The first time Callum saw the fairies was on an early afternoon evening just after the harvest. He'd been out cutting the hay all day with Elizabeth, and she had then gone on ahead to prepare the dinner while he tidied up the stooks in the field. He sat down on a rock and took out his whitting stone and began to sharpen the scythe. The whish of the stone and the downward stroke, then the swish on the way back up, and every time the blade glinting brighter and brighter in the amber evening sun. Occasionally a corncrake called or a dog barked in the distance, but the day was settling into a kind of slumber, even the sun herself yawning in the reddening sky, her toes stretching down into the water. And out of the corner of his eye, he caught a glimpse of movement like a rag waving in the wind. He looked, and there was nothing there. A few final strokes from the whitting stone would do it, and just as he finished with a downward flourish, he saw the glimmer again, this time on the other side to his left, on the slope of the brae. She was wearing a green cap with a beautiful tuft of silver feathers waving from its crown, and a short blue skirt. But he blinked and the vision was gone, and when he stood where she'd been, nothing could be seen or heard, though a sweet perfume filled the air. Do we imagine things? He looked behind the stones and the rocks and in the hollows, but all was empty, and after a while even the fragrance was gone. Would he tell Elizabeth? Could he? She would just laugh at him, call him daft. And maybe he was thinking about believing in all that nonsense. Hadn't he laughed himself at old Bella, who claimed that the gulls flying about at her houses were witches, and that MacDonald's wife down the glen was a seal under spell? Fool who believed what their eyes saw. Do you know what I saw today? And they would glance at you. And what could you say? The sun dancing in the sky? Aye, but did you remember to bring home the oatmeal? So he decided not to tell her. Not yet, anyway.